Men, should you or should you not get married? Is someone trying to pressure you into marriage now? I talk a lot about a man's various responsibilities in life in the book and on this podcast because a major part of my thesis is that it is vital to success in many areas, including success with women. But where does marriage fit into that philosophy? We will take a thorough look at this crucial subject, something that you are very likely to encounter at some point in your life, right after a quick word from our sponsor, me. Hi everyone, welcome to the Gentleman's Guide to Flirting. I am David, the author of the book of the same name, Gentleman's Guide to Flirting, available on Amazon.com. I am also your host and the exalted leader of the Gentleman's Guide to Flirting empire. You will be able to find this content on YouTube or wherever you get your favorite podcasts. Thank you for joining. Let's get started. Hello everyone, welcome to episode 22 of the Gentleman's Guide to Flirting podcast. I am David, the author of the book. Today we're going to talk about whether or not you should get married. If you have been listening to the podcast for a while or have read the book, you'll notice that I rarely mention marriage. Now that isn't because I feel marriage is an unimportant subject. What I do instead is talk a lot about responsibility and the priority order that I recommend for guys in this podcast and in part 1 of the book. I don't mandate marriage, nor do I recommend against it. I propose what I feel is a much better way of thinking, and if that leads a man to decide to get married, that is great. As a reminder, what I recommend for how you incorporate and treat all others in your life is based on a set of priorities, or what I suggest you adopt as your priorities. This stuff is straight out of part 1 of the Gentleman's Guide to Flirting book. Specifically, I suggest that your priorities be as follows. Level 1 is you. Your happiness and well-being is vital. It is so crucial to everything else that it is in the top spot always. Level 2 is your goals, your career, your business, and your education. Those are the vehicles of your continuous improvement and success. Level 3 is your family, partners, and close friends, and wives, and your children. The reason why you're putting so much effort every day into levels 1 and 2 is to be as strong of an asset as possible to these people at level 3 and others that you care about. Why else are you working so hard every day? You do everything to benefit other people, but you can't do that if you aren't at your best and progressing every day and hitting your goals in life, win after win after win. By being an asset, I mean in every way, financially, emotionally, time, or any other type of support the level 3 people need that you can provide. Level 4 is girlfriends. Marrying a girl promotes her to level 3 for sure, but this level 4 is here for a reason. Being at level 4 in your world is a great place to be, and she will see that. Being in your world is a massive upgrade for most ladies, right? But being taken on as a girlfriend is kind of like a trial basis. Going to level 3 is a whole nother thing entirely. But of course, you take care of your girlfriends. Level 5 is casual friends and acquaintances, and level 6 is everyone else. Now, if you choose to marry someone at level 3, meaning that cherished family, partners, and close friends level, or you choose to bring someone at another level, like level 4 girlfriend, into level 3, that is your decision. I just don't want you to rush that or make a big, costly mistake, and that is why I chose to do this episode today. You don't have to get married, but it is fine if you decide that is right for you. What matters is if she is a match. The assessment material at the end of part 1 of the book is vital to our process. Vital. Please don't skip over that. Take your time and make sure she is the real deal. Now I want to talk about a few specific issues. Issue 1. What if you got her pregnant? What if she is pregnant and the child is yours? That child is a solid level 3, as is likely the mother. You decide that part about the mom. The child is a non-negotiable level 3. Non-negotiable level 3. But that doesn't mean you need to marry the mother. The mom needs to be a match for you, and you have to want to be married. There are plenty of great families out there in this modern world where the mother and father aren't married. You can and will take great care of the mother and the child. That is what we do in the broader Gentleman's Guide to Flirting world. But for the question of marriage, take your time and make sure she is the real deal. I'm going to keep repeating that. Be 100% sure marriage is what you really want. Do not worry about what some ancient customs say you need to do. Your happiness is essential. Possible issue number 2. She is feeling some time pressure. She's feeling, like she's getting a little older. And she is pressuring you to commit and get married. You've been together for a few months or a couple years, and she wants to get married. You may have heard the term shit or get off the pot. Have you ever heard that expression? It means basically take action or go away. Let's get married or let's break up. A quick example. I know one couple where the guy is a retired U.S. Navy SEAL, a true blue hero. His woman is pressuring him to get married right now. She is getting older, as is he. He isn't feeling the time urgency. In fact, he has had a couple marriages go terribly, terribly wrong and isn't eager to enter into another one. But the lady is beautiful and she adores him and she has good, strong, positive points. But he also sees some major negatives in her, and he is dragging his feet as a consequence. She pushed him into buying a ring, which he did to calm her down and buy himself some time, but he just isn't eager to complete the marriage process. Now, what do you guys do in that case? What do you do? Do you fall for that pretty face and great figure and all of that pressure? Do you shit or do you get off the pot when faced with that ultimatum? The answer is you take your time and make sure she is the real deal before you commit to marriage. Do not lose sight of your plan for life, your strategy, your goals. And for heaven's sake, listen to your gut if it is telling you that your long-term happiness might be in jeopardy if you make a mistake and cave in under this type of pressure, no matter how pretty she is or how much she wants it. Her happiness is important to you, of course, but your happiness is paramount. Be a man and tell her to hold off. You need some time. She might hate that, which leads me to my next point. Issue number 3, like versus love. Like versus love. If you are being pressured to get married, maybe there is a mismatch between like and love between the two of you. Maybe you have done a ton of stuff to be lovable to her. You have been kind and thoughtful and done lots of things for her and her family and friends. You have been lovable. But maybe you just like her. Maybe she hasn't done all of those things for you that you did for her. Maybe she doesn't treat you right and is falling short on your assessment criteria. From part 1 of the book. Maybe she gives you sex here and there and is okay to go out with, but you aren't feeling a deep connection. You like her, but she isn't lovable, at least not how she is performing in the relationship right now. Like versus love. You like her but don't love her, maybe because she doesn't act lovable. That's harsh, but it happens to millions of people out there. Or maybe it is the flip side of that. You love her but don't like her. You love her but don't like her. Maybe you have been together for years and want to help take care of her, but she acts poorly and refuses to change. and to be honest, you really don't like her, that might be unfixable. I don't know. But you should take the bull by the horns and work on the relationship for your own sake. If you want to stay with her, you need to identify what you need from her and the relationship for her to be lovable and likable. Lovable and likable, and then very, very nicely and constructively communicate that with her and work through those issues. Please think about that carefully. She needs to be lovable and likable. Again, take your time and make sure she is the real deal for you. In closing, I want to say that marriage does have some good points, some very practical and strong points. There is companionship, getting rid of loneliness. With the right woman, that is a great and strong plus. With the wrong woman, it can be a long-term nightmare. There might be financial benefits to marriage. In the United States, where I live, there are tax benefits to being married compared to being single. Again, in the U.S., getting married can extend health coverage to one person or the other. I know one lady who got married to get health coverage for her sick boyfriend. We have listeners all over the world now, and I am so grateful for that. What I just said about health care coverage and marriage probably sounds crazy to you in your country. To be clear, I don't recommend doing what she did, but we talk about the real world in this podcast, right? And I want to be honest with you guys. Also, getting married can help you transfer your wealth and property in an orderly way as you think about the whole trajectory of your life. So marriage does have some benefits. You just need to make sure it is the right thing for you. One more time, the takeaway here for this marriage or not question is, take your time and make sure she is the real deal, the right person for you. Do not rush that decision, please. Okay, that is all that I have for this week. Take care.